Mexico, when people are they're lined up to come in every day to drink this water because it has such great healing capacities. And by the way, too, it's not necessarily the water. The water's not like a drug. Our bodies have an amazing ability to heal. Unfortunately, we're not doing things in our lifestyle to really facilitate that healing. Like, for example, a lot of us think that drinking coffee or drinking pop or other types of juices or drinks, energy drinks, those kind of things, that there's water in those. And yes, there's water in those, but unfortunately, it's a lot of the bad stuff that comes along with that actually, like coffee, has caffeine in it, which is a diuretic. And that actually can dehydrate your body. So even though we're drinking maybe 4 or 5 cups of water a day, of coffee a day, lining up at the coffee shops, getting our coffee, we're thinking we're getting water, but really what we're doing is dehydrating our body.
So if you're drinking the right amount of water per day that you mentioned, about half your body weight, and
that's if you're healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're drinking maybe, say, the same amount of coffee, does that cancel out then?
Well, actually, what I tell people is for every cup of coffee that you drink, in addition to your normal water intake, you should drink about 5 glasses of water.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot, but that's keeping our body in a proper state of health and healing, and at least allowing our bodies to maximize that healing and wellness power.
What are more symptoms of dehydration?
Well, certainly one of the most common ones, I think this was actually, this was reported in a university study as well, that fatigue, like mid-afternoon fatigue, usually comes about because the person's dehydrated. And so what they think is, what typically a lot of people think is, well, you're going through the mid-afternoon blah, so let me run down to the coffee shop and get a quad mocha and get my energy back up. When actually what that's going to do is it might do a brief boost of energy, but then long term it's going to cause more problems. So fatigue, your body's just not going to work as well. You're going to have less bowel movements. You're going to, of course, eventually have dry mouth. And there's several different major types of initial dehydration symptoms. Long term, you can have blood cholesterol numbers that are high. Diabetes can become an issue. In fact, the term diabetes, the Asians call it the thirst disease.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fascinating.
We're talking about type 2, the one that's onset, the type 2 adult onset diabetes. Yes.
Are headaches also an issue?
Very good. Yes, headaches can be an issue. You bet.
So instead of popping a couple pills, maybe drink a couple glasses of water.
Well, yeah, a lot of people think that the benefit of taking an aspirin, the aspirin actually helps the headache. It's more the glass of water that they take it with that actually helps them.
And hopefully ionized water, right?
And hopefully ionized water.
And if you do take this ionized water when you're experiencing those symptoms, what are kind of some of the positive results that you're going to feel?
Generally, my patients, I put them on like a 2-week trial. The first thing is that they notice they have more energy throughout the day. They can get away with less sleep. They don't sleep as much. They wake up feeling rested. They actually can lose some weight. One of the things that your body does when you're properly hydrating is it can get rid of some of the toxins. And they end up having more frequent bowel movements. There's a number of different things that happen.
Well, it sounds magical.
Well, it kind of is, actually, but it's, again, the magic's not in this water. The magic is in our body's ability to heal once we take this water into our body.
You said there are a few places around the world that you can get this water. Is there anything locally that you know of?
Well, yeah, some companies have actually tried to mass produce this water. The problem is that a lot of the key properties, like the microclustering property, and I didn't mention this about the antioxidant power. One cup of this water is equivalent in antioxidant power to a gallon of freshly squeezed orange juice. So several of those properties are aloof. They don't have a shelf life, so you lose it after a few days.
That's amazing. That's really great information. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Unfortunately, we're out of time. I know we can talk about this for quite a long time, but thank you for sharing your knowledge on all the health benefits from ionized water. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Public Report. Again, I'm Cameron Johnson, and I hope you learned a little bit about your health benefits today and what you can do to improve your health. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Public Report.
You've been watching Public Report, a public affairs presentation of KTBW. The opinions expressed in this program do not necessarily reflect the views of the Trinity Broadcasting Network.